You're watching Week in One, your wrap of the week's big news. Thanks for joining us. Red overalls, gumboots and hard hats have become a common sight since the EFF joined Parliament, but that could change if the ANC gets its way. The party says the outfits just don't belong in the corridors of power.
The EFF's choice of dress for parliamentary sittings raised a few eyebrows and a few laughs. Never before had Parliament's dress code been tested to this degree. At Parliament's Rules Subcommittee meeting, the issue was top of the agenda, and tensions ran high from the get-go.
When it comes to the attire of the EFF, please do not go there because it is not going to happen. We're going to wear overalls and they're going to wear the clothes that represent the working class, and that is what is going to happen.
But the ANC was having none of it.
We cannot have those hats in the house because they are dangerous. They are weapons. If I can take it and throw it to you, it will hurt you. So we don't want those kind of things.
Opposition parties warned that a total ban on certain types of clothing could have serious ramifications.
These rules, in some ways, I think is actually discriminating against people. What is formal, what is informal? Can we say that, and like he said, the elephant in the room is actually the dress code of the EFF.
But the Madiba shirt came about, we respected him as an icon, and then Parliament allowed the Madiba shirt.
The EFF says it'll take the matter to court if it has to. BONGA, DLULANE, Parliament.
Flooding in Malawi and Mozambique has been much in the news of late, but this last week saw floodwaters subside. Sadly, though, for many people in Malawi, the misery has just begun. Our reporter Lester KIEWIT was in Malawi and put this report together.
FLORA KALUMBI has lost everything. Her husband and two daughters, aged 4 and 5 years old, are missing. They're presumed drowned.
I am very sad. That's all I can say.
Nutrition experts say people like Kalumbi and her baby run the risk of contracting diseases. With so little food to go around and humanitarian groups having to feed thousands of people, the risk is high following the flood.
A pregnant woman, or when you are lactating, you need nutrients, you need food for yourself and also for the child.
Gresham Obesta has been cut off from his village. Flash floods washed away the only bridge. He hopes his brother has survived.
The Malawi Defence Force says it's no longer looking for survivors, but is now concentrating its efforts on providing food and relief to nearly 200,000 people displaced by the floods. Lester KIEWIT, Bangula, Malawi.
Footage of a smash and grab incident went viral on social media this week. The video was captured on a dashboard camera and has left many motorists wondering whether they're safe on Gauteng's roads. Current Affairs show Checkpoint took the story further and spoke to a smash and grabber.
He started walking towards this window, and as he was walking, he actually looked, like he really looked. And then as he looked, he saw the bag, and then that's when he smashed the window.
They get scared immediately. So need shooty na something yananga yenza like ukubamba yini uyathola sometimes we don't see into idonsayo so phumile ngithola.
You can actually see around the ring road of Johannesburg on the highway. So the highways are the getaway spots. They go on the highway and then they park their vehicle underneath the bridge. So the traffic's above and their victims are above them.
Sipreferan mawushayile la phezulu nanoma bangagijimisa mawungayehla wathi I don't
know what to call it, but it was a very small object that they used.
Ibomu ispark leda den le ebayifake ekarini le bayifake ekarini siyayiphula then siyenze ukuthi kuba amaphisi amancane yangithola so mawushada ekarini screening i-windscreen ya bese yawa then ke kula ufake ikhanda khona.
You can't arrest these people for loitering, because once you start doing that, you have to try and prove beyond reasonable doubt in court.
And finally, for centuries, church bells have been used to mark times of celebrating great feasts and a call for worshippers to go to church. But for a group of touring international bell ringers, it's an art form.
At the sound of these bells, everyone knows it's time for church. St. George's Cathedral Church rang the first peal on these bells in 1982. But bell ringers say there's more to it than meets the eye.
You're listening to all of them strike, the note striking, and you're trying to put your bell in the right place amongst all the others. So you're listening to the position of your bell amongst the others. You're trying to do it with rhythm.
It could take 6 months or more to master the skill. The group from England and Australia has already visited 11 churches in South Africa, and they'll be putting their talents on show in Kenya and Zimbabwe next. ATHI MTONGANA, Cape Town.
From apartheid killers on parole to ringing bells for Africa, that's your Week in One. Have a great week. Bye-bye.